But one thing I am very curious about is sort of reflections of a leader when you look back over your career. And you recently commented about, you know, your 25-year-old self. I think you made a comment about wearing flares and a rather apricot jacket. So, Mike, where you are now in your career, if you could time travel and talk to Mike at age 25, what's some of the advice that you would give him?
Well, you know, because I posted it. Don't be photographed with that mullet, and don't be photographed in an apricot jacket and flares. And I only put on LinkedIn the photograph of me with the mullet, not the flares and the apricot jacket, so I spared you all that. So, you were being serious.
I was being deadly serious. I mean, this is the thing, isn't it? As we get older, we often think, gosh, if only I'd known that at that stage of my life and career. And you've also been quite candid about the learnings you've had from setbacks along the way. So again, thinking back to your younger self, what's some of the sage advice you would give, or you would give any young person?
Oh God, Russell. Well, in my case, it's probably, if you want to knock this topic off early, the advice I'd give my 25-year-old self is don't sign that blank enrolment form. That will end your parliamentary career in a few years' time. That would have been pretty good advice.
Yeah. I wasn't intending to go straight to that one, but
I just thought we'd knock it off early.
Yeah, we've got it out in the open. So look, that's an interesting one. So at that stage of your life, you were thinking a political career, and you were that had no limits, presumably, in your career aspirations.
Yeah, I wasn't quite there at the age of 25, but you know, I was a party official at 25. Mm-hmm. I was destined for Parliament. I got to Parliament. I spent all of 13 months there, and then got derailed by something really stupid that I'd done some 15 years earlier, and so that would have been good advice. But yes, I mean, I was on the traditional railway tracks of a political career. I think party official into Parliament, ministry, opposition, ministry, opposition, ministry, for who knows how many years, and I'd probably be right about now considering retiring from Parliament. And the seat that I got was the seat of Woodridge, and so it was likely to have presented me with a lifelong career in politics, on the Labor side of things. But I can honestly say, without a word of hesitation or doubt in my mind, that I'm incredibly grateful now, looking back, that what happened to me happened. I think that would have been a bloody boring career. That would have been terrible in comparison to what I got to do, which was a mix of private consulting in my own right, working for NBN Co. back when the NBN was first. I was employee number 31 by the time I left 4.5 years later. We had 3,000 employees, so being part of that was fantastic. Becoming a partner at KPMG, now doing this, I honestly think is a far richer and more rewarding set of career and life experiences than I would have had I sat in Parliament. So, although I was devastated at the time, not least because with a young family, I suddenly found myself with no income and with a seriously tarnished reputation, given what I stupidly did some 15 years earlier. I'm glad it happened. I'm genuinely glad it happened.